What's going on, Cancer? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really does mean a lot to me, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. So, Cancer, this is your general weekly spread. And with this video, whenever you come across this, there may be some messages for you there, Cancer, okay? But just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Oh. Gems. Feeling lovely. Excited to see you, Cancer. Just great energy all around here. So, Cancer, with this spread, I'm going to be pulling a few tarot cards, and then we'll just be getting some, a few oracle cards, and we'll be getting some tarot to get more details on them. But before we jump into things, this one? Oh, I love it. Okay. Before we jump into things, Cancer, these readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations. And then these decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested, Cancer. But look at you. Your first card here is the second card of Capricorns, which is the Balloons card. And this is a card of fun, freedom, high vibe, relief, rising up, ascension, aspirations, success, joyful, higher perspectives, cheerful, attaining goals, stress-free, independence, and let it go. And you know what, Cancer? I'm with it. If you've had, let's say, a stressful week, stressful month, just maybe stressful journey, let's take a moment and work in more time for fun, and I know that that's like seems like a no-brainer, but sometimes we can get kind of caught up in the race of life, and we get busy with work, with all types of things, and sometimes, Cancer, I really feel like if we can make this like a routine, doing something, it doesn't have to be anything really big, but just like carving out little pockets of little moments to just do some fun things for yourself, to get yourself in a higher vibration, whether that's, taking a moment, just listening to some of your favorite music, maybe going for a walk, maybe it's knitting, whatever that is, but just something to get you in a high vibe and make that a consistent thing, because I find that I feel like we're kind of leaning away from that, but I feel like for the longest time we have been, just as a society, have been operating from that like work hard, play hard. And the thing with that is, it's just like when you work with extremes like that, it's just like you've been working, and then when it's time to take a break, you're really kind of exhausted from your working, but it's just like we want to make sure we have some fun. We don't want to waste these moments, but then by the time it's time to get back to work, you're still exhausted. And so I feel like that this energy is more about like finding that harmony, that working smart, playing smart energy, Cancer. And really, too, when we start doing that stuff, that helps us start thinking from a higher perspective, starts thinking, we start, having more aspirations and, wanting to do more things in life, feel more free and more cheerful, and, and then set more goals for ourselves to keep this energy perpetuating. But let's see how we can keep that ball rolling, Cancer. Let's see to keep these balloons filled. Yeah, look at you about to ascend and rise and cup. That's a way to do a week, Cancer. All right, Cancer, let's see what we have here. Love it. Interesting. Okay. So you have the Seven of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands, all in reverse here, Cancer. And you know what? just thinking with this Eight of Wands, if we've been in situations, Cancer, that have had us stressed out, where we've been maybe kind of been pulled in a bunch of different directions, or we've been spreading our energies too thin, really, I feel like with this Knight of Wands is really kind of saying, slow down for a second, and pause, it doesn't have to be all hustle and work and things all the time, because I know, especially with where kind of the times may feel like they're at, just with like, with all the bank stuff and whatever else is kind of floating around in the news or whatever it is right now, it can get us into this place where we feel like that if we're having fun, if we're taking leisure, that we're not doing anything, and we can get into this place of where we're not. Because Cancer, when we're talking about having fun and enjoying ourselves, we want guilt-free fun, fun that's not like where we're sitting here, like where we're trying to, let's say we're trying to relax on the beach, where we're thinking about all the papers that we could be grading, or maybe the reports that we could be stocking, or things. No, Cancer, we want to, this is how, because the Seven of Wands, this really to me is kind of like a protecting your energy. And what better way to do that than to do stuff that are raising your vibration. And don't let what maybe yourself or others, if we're taking this time to do some working in more fun in your life, don't feel weird if there's, because here's the thing, Cancer, if everyone around you is screaming doom and gloom, but you're over here, celebrating, having fun, that's you working with the energies. And if anything, you will be a light in a dark place for people, and people will gravitate towards that in the sense of like, well, how is Cancer vibing so high? What do I need to do that? Hey, Cancer, because when you think about this too, you got a lot of, because the Knight of Wands is Leo energy, and the Seven of Wands is Leo energy. But Leo energy is super fun, it's all about shining, because when they're in that creative space, when they're enjoying themselves, it raises their confidence, it just raises the vibration for not just you, again, for everybody. So carve out more moments for yourself, Cancer, and doing more things. I feel like this Knight of Wands is, because the Knight of Wands, where yes, he's all about his, about their responsibilities, their action, like obligations. Absolutely. That's not saying, put aside all of that. But again, it's just working in more things that just fill up your cups, that make your heart feel really good, Cancer. All right, I love that, Cancer. That's a great start there. fun little start. Let's get some tea and see what else we got going on here. And Cancer, just thinking about with that Seven of Wands too, just being mindful of the people we do have around us, just because that can affect our vibrations too. If we're trying to have fun, but we have a bunch of naysayers like, at Cancer, you can't be doing this right now, we got to blah 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 blah, just be mindful of that too, not to let others' opinions, I don't know if I mentioned that, but just not letting others' vibrations lower you down as well, Cancer. Oh, I love it. Interesting. So Cancer, you got the 6th card of Libras here, which is the Repairman card. I think it's the first time I got this one, Cancer. And this is a card of repair, fine-tune, heal, fix, many working parts, reset, proceed carefully, needs fixing, make adjustments, recover, skilled, make things right, mend, restore, and upgraded. In Cancer, that's what this, I feel like this fun, taking more times for leisure and for just where you're in a place of solace, and you're in a place of calm, Queen of Cups vibes, this is where we want to be. And if we've just been feeling maybe stressed out, anxious, whatever that is, we got to fine tune that, Cancer. We got to do work on this stuff here, because Cancer, our sign is, we're the nurturers of the zodiac, and where I'm all for, helping others, spreading that energy, helping raise others' vibrations. It's kind of hard to do that if we're not carving out time for us, So we want to make sure that we, like with Libra energy, that we have that balance, that we make sure that things are working right here, because when they're working right here, then we have like enough balloons for everyone to share again. Now we're handing out stuff again. But if we're, if we're running on E, that's not going to work, Cancer. Or it may work for a little bit, but eventually that's going to wear you down. I feel like it's time, really time for an upgrade here, Cancer. But even just thinking about something else, just with that, talking about the fine-tuned, the upgraded, making adjustments. If we've been thinking about sleeping on any kind of goals, Cancer, have any sort of aspirations, any sort of dreams that you want to build up, whether this is, starting up a new hobby, or maybe you're, I don't know, whatever your dreams are, Cancer. Don't feel like you can't work in time for that, or make moments for that. If there's something that's really speaking to you, Knight of Wands is going to go out and get it. Knight of Wands is one that he's got some Leo in his chart and got a little bit of Cancer. I like to say he's like a Cancer sun with a Leo moon. Or excuse me, flip that. A Leo sun with a Cancer moon. And I could go into that whole thing why, but it's, when you think about Leo energy and just our energy, when there's something that we're confident about, that that it's just going to make you shine bright, and just really go for that thing, Cancer. But let's get some oracles, or excuse me, get some tarot on this. I'm with it, King of Cups. And that's exactly what we need, that's what happens when we have fun, Cancer. When we make time, when we make time, what else you got here? Nice, absolutely. When we make time for just repairing ourselves, Cancer, and doing any sort of healing, recovering, resetting, things along those lines, it helps us get back in balance, and really helps us just find that Zen place again. Because King of Cups represents like emotional wisdom. And normally, and this guy's doing it well too, because he's seated in an ocean here. And if he were to get caught up in all of the stresses in life, or in the ocean all the time, that's going to run him ragged, and it's just going to wear him out. And it's going to get to this place where, if we get to this place where we're not healing, this gets to where we start getting in our head, we start doubting our intuition, and we get to this place where we just get a little stuck in a rut there, Cancer. It may possibly get stuck in our heads. But, I feel like with this Eight of Swords popping up, just if we've been kind of caught up in any sort of thing where it just feels like that, we've been craving a break, or just been wanting to have some, just need a breather, Cancer. Take that time, get yourself back in balance, and just really, and listen, let's say we don't have like PTO or something, let's say if we're working somewhere, okay, that's fine. Then let's carve out some time at our workspace. And if we got like a family and things, say like, hey, listen, how we talk about on my other channel, Void a Course, is just like, listen, I'm going to go void a course for a little while, do not disturb. If you need anything, call somebody else. Because right now we just need to get our vibes right. And that's really going to benefit everybody in the long run. So just really, Cancer, work on this thing, making that part of your routine. Seriously, that's going to do you some great things in the long run. And it becomes, the more you work in this fun and doing these high vibratory things, it really does raise your perspective, and just you navigate through life just so much, just the flow is so much just smoother, Cancer. All right, Cancer, let's get one more oracle card on this thing. All right, Cancer, let's see what this last little bit is here. Oh, how lovely. Last little bit here. You got the fourth card of Leos, which is the family card. And with this family card, this is a card of loyalty, faithful, allegiance, parents, children, siblings, fidelity, commitment, trust, affection, support systems, origins, tribe, dependable, sincere, and kindred spirits. And you know, Cancer, this is what I was kind of talking about just with like the people that are around us. You know, we want to be around people that just like a soul family, because that's how, and you know, Cancer, I really feel like too, you know, not just even just being aware of the people that are around us, but carving more time to maybe hang out with these people too, whether that be, I don't know, maybe maybe you get together and have like a balloon party. I don't know, Cancer. Maybe we're going to see you're at the beach here. Maybe we're tinkering with some things. But I feel like just carving out some more time too, you know, because when was the last time? Because there are some times, you know, when I'll be talking with friends and it's just like, you know, we're thinking about like, oh, when we're going to hang out and all of these things. And, you know, we're getting this plans, but, you know, there are times it's like, I personally wish, you know, want to hang out more frequently. You know, Cancer, I may take a note from your book and do that. But, you know, if we want to make more time for like hanging out with parents, family, children, siblings, whatever that is, if we find that there's not a balance there that we would like, making more time for them, like for this Cancer, because here's the thing, you know, life, the obligation and things are they're always going to be there. You know, we want to take these moments with our soul tribe, our family, and really, and especially, you know, while we're in, you know, depending on when you're watching this, you know, when this is coming out, we're in Taurus season right now. And what a way to be present, to really indulge in these moments and really, really enjoy this fun energy here. And I love that. Let's get I love that. So I'm just starting this week, this weekly stuff off here. You're my second one, Cancer. And Leo brought a lot of love in here too. So I feel like, you know, this is a great time for just going to have fun with loved ones and all of that stuff, Cancer. I like these vibes. Let's see let's get some tarot on that. Yeah, definitely, you know, definitely different situations, but just loving. I like that. Let's see what we got here, Cancer. Well, you got Three of Wands in reverse here. Oh, and then we got the Moon card. And you know what? I feel like with this, Cancer, when, you know, if we tell ourselves, you know, that we don't have like, you know, we say that we wish we had more time for X, you know, maybe to hang out with family, have more fun. If we just stay in this place of wishing, Cancer, but we don't act on it, then the opportunities are just like, because they're out there for us, Cancer, to make these things happen. But we have to get from a place where we stop operating from like a wishing and start getting into like, it's one thing to wish, but let's set an intention. Let's make this manifest. Let's call up some people. We've been thinking about this stuff. Let's start carving out some time. Let's maybe start getting a schedule down. Let's like, okay, you know, around this time every day, this is me time, or, you know, fun time, whatever that's, because you can even, you know, this doesn't even have to be just by yourself, Cancer. This can be just fun time with your family. What better way to heal with loved ones and friends and things like that if you're not looking, if you know, apply to your situation, Cancer. But we just want to get to this place where in Cancer, you know, it's not trying to lower the vibration, but we don't know how long everyone's journey is going to be. You know, we all have different intervals here. We don't want to take these moments and these cycles for granted. So if this stuff crosses your mind, you know that you can carve out moments for this. You know, that's like, 'cause I feel like that's a really big thing that happens. You know, we wish that we could do these things, or say that like, if only I had X, blah, 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 then I would do this with more stuff. You know, and especially if we're thinking about meeting people or wanting to just like hang out with like maybe some old friends or family or things, maybe we can pull together some resources here. Maybe we can meet each other halfway, whatever that's looking like. But know that where there's a will, Cancer, there's a way. And the moon is not trying to keep you from your fun, Cancer. If anything, this is Pisces energy. Pisces is very compassionate, very much about loving energy, fun, very much love family, you know, but yeah, we got to see through this thing, Cancer, and make these plans and then and go for it. What? All right, Cancer, last little bit here. Interesting. Okay, I'm with it. You got the Ten of Wands up right here. And let's switch back over here, Cancer. Because with the Ten of Wands popping up, you know, if things have been feeling kind of tough, if this journey has been just kind of long, or really just really thinking about the stress, and if we've just been kind of burnt out and just been in need of a break, or just been wanting to just like, you know, just wanting to find a balance, you know, really, Cancer, let's utilize, because you got a lot of energy here, you know, got a lot of wands throughout this whole thing, you know, a lot of heat that you're bringing. So let's just be mindful of how we're expending that heat, you know. And if there's something, Cancer, I just feel like that's like kind of maybe stressing you out, just more so kind of thinking with like the Two of Swords and reverse Knight of Wands. And if we've been kind of dealing with something, we've been having trouble kind of finding that balance, maybe seeing a higher perspective, I feel like, you know, just with that family card and thinking with that Ten of Wands, don't feel like that if we're holding any burdens or anything, though, that you have to shoulder that by yourself, Cancer. Feel, you know, like you're not alone in this, Cancer. And I know that like how you help others, there are others that would be willing to help you as well, you know, just if that's something that's resonating with you. But this to me, Cancer, I feel like just like for this week, sure, but just like in general, you know, just going down the journey, just making more time, you know, just for fun things, and just so that you're enjoying this journey, you know, I want to say, and I was going to say a little bit more, but a lot more, Cancer. So I'm going to leave that there. I like that, Cancer. And give that a thumbs up. Help spread the message around. I would love to see more Cancerians just really enjoying themselves and just building a soul tribe and a family and whatnot. That's fantastic. And you know, if you know someone who's going through this, Cancer, share this with them, you know, because sometimes it happens, you know, even especially when we're stressed or we might be dealing with something. We kind of can take a note from our opposite sign there, Capricorn, and might bury ourselves in work, or might, you know, just kind of go in the shell for a little bit. But let's get out there, you know, have some fun doing some things that are just going to provide that relief. And then subscribe, hit that bell button. You get notified around these videos each week. And then as far as social media, I'm on this group, on this app, Insight Timer, and I created a group on there called Zodiacs Raising the Vibration. And what better way, Cancer, than with what you're doing? It's a place where we, you know, feel free to drop any like positive affirmations, encouraging messages, anything along those lines. If you need some right now, Cancer, I got a treasure trove over there. I drop them pretty much daily, so look at you. And that's in the description box below, Cancer. But again, the group is called Zodiacs Raising the Vibration, and that's on the app Insight Timer. And then lastly, Cancer, I don't know if you've heard, but I made a whole other channel for you. It's exclusively to you, Sun, Moon, Rising. I don't care, Cancer, because come on over to the Cherry Den Friends. That's my other channel. And I do videos Monday through Friday there. I'm actually about to do that one next. And we discuss lunar shenanigans. I don't know why well, never mind. That's a thing between me and Pisces. But all that housekeeping, Cancer, down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise cards here so I can get you out of here. Look at you, King of Wands. I like that, Cancer. And you know what? While we're talking about that, I'm gonna shuffle and get your oracle card. But with the King of Wands, Cancer, you know, the King of Wands is a planner. You know, he's all about his business, but he's got to have some fun too, you know. The King of Wands is Sagittarius energy. So you talk about optimism all day. They're the types that they're going to go pursue things, because that's where when we're doing things that raise our vibration, it inspires us really to just pursue more, and to, you know, like how do we further that growth? And that's where the King of Wands, you know, when he finds something that he's really passionate about, that, you know, really brings some fun, you know, and it's going to raise his soul tribe's family, absolutely know that he's going to do it, because Cancer, he's blessed, and you're blessed, Cancer. You got the blessed card in reverse here. And just really, if we haven't been feeling like this, you know, just if things have been in a rut, I really feel like how it's saying, you know, the freedom, you know, it's time for you, King, to to really create some blessings in your life. You know what? If you feel like there haven't been any, let's manifest them. You know, let's do some things that you love. And if you notice that people around you have been, you know, kind of, you've been wanting to maybe help them out, possibly, then let's bring some fun into the world, Cancer. Let's raise that vibration. So I like that, Cancer. Let's end that there. So you stay safe out there, have some fun, enjoy yourself, Cancer, and seriously, raise your vibration through the roof, because this is great energy to do it. And I will catch you on the next one. Later.